Bennett, I think it's so funny how this movie came to you in the first place, with a gentleman walking up to you at a DVD signing with some clippings.
Yeah.
How did you go from that to making the film?
Well, I'm going to walk you through the entire thing.
The fact that it was a DVD signing.
I mean, was that,
I mean,
do you
you know,
normally entertain
it's someone you
pitches
didn't
that-
know.
Not someone I didn't know. No, I was, so after Capote came out, Lionsgate released my first film, a documentary, The Cruise, on DVD, now available on Amazon or Apple
Great
TV.
movie, by the way.
Thank you, Rick. So they said, would you do like a DVD signing at Tower Video on Lafayette Street in New York? And somebody came to this event. I mean, 11 people probably came to this event, and one of them was a guy who had an envelope that had information about this story, including, you know, newspaper clippings. And he handed it to me and said, I think you're going to find this story interesting. You're going to want to make this into a film. And he was right. And it was a process of becoming intrigued and researching it, getting some rights, you know.
But what in those clippings spoke to you?
You know,
Did you open them right away?
no, it took about a month. I mean, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Someone just handed me a book the other day. I was like, I left it in
stuff, and then it's like, am I going to open it?
Well, it was like a month later. I'm throwing stuff out, and I'm like, what is this? I was like, oh, that guy, that thing, and you know, and you know, there was just something about it. I mean, you'd think that I'd know how to talk about it at this point, because I mean, I've been asked that question, like, what is it about it? But it's a little bit related to The Cruise, you know, and the other things I've done, which is that you know, it's people in worlds where they don't really fit, eccentric characters with big ambitions meant to remedy, you know, their problems. And these two worlds mixing, you know, one of the wealthiest guys in America with this old American money, you know, what happens behind those gates, I find interesting, and wrestling. And that these two things came together is the material of what could have been a comedy, you know. But it ended tragically, and I wanted to know. And everything that was available was cursory. It was, you know, the news trucks raced down there, did a couple of days, and then when they had the trial, there was the reporting on that stuff. But I wanted to know, like, who were these people, and who were they to each other, and what did they want, and what was the transaction, and you know, I was just sucked in.